Good evening, viewers. Welcome again to the Brothers Dempsey beer review.
Welcome back.
Beer tasting. Beer anecdotes. Again, we have a great addition from Beer Camp. We're continuing on with the Beer Camp.
Broadcasting live from Beer Camp Central.
Yeah, Beer Camp Assault. I got my igloo cooler here. I'm ready to go. Is there anything in this sucker?
Probably
just a couple spiders.
Yeah, maybe a bottle cap or two.
No, there's nothing in there. Nothing. Alright, so once again, Beer Camp, like we talked about before, it's this crazy collaboration thing going on.
Right, hopefully you're getting some of these, hopefully you're into it, and hopefully you even saw the last episode, which we talked about just kind of the whole process there. So this time we're just going to get cracking on some good old beer, Steve.
Yeah, let's crack into this one. This is a collaboration, again, Sierra Nevada, with, this time, the Russian River Brewing Company.
Russian River.
I'm not even sure what those guys are. Our research is lacking in this one. We just want to drink because we're so excited to get this. So, Russian River, I apologize. But another brewery that I haven't heard from. Heard of some of their stuff, but I haven't tried anything from them either. And this is Yvan the Great, I guess, or Yvan. It's Y-V-A-N the Great, so I'm assuming it's maybe like Yvan the Great.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do here.
And this is a Belgian-style blonde. Dry, complex yeast, character of a Belgian farmhouse ale with a bright citrus-like profile of American-grown hops. So it's kind of a, kind of a Belgium meets America, and two different brewers collide too, and some crazy stuff.
Yeah, American brewers are really making a lot of Belgian-style beers. I mean, there's a great assortment to choose from in that respect, and for the most part, I've found some that get close, but Belgian ones seem to still have a level of superiority, but it's good to see that Americans are getting so good at doing them.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah.
And hopefully this is going to be another one.
Yeah, I'm not a big, as far as the Belgians go, I'm not a huge blonde fan. I like the darker ones better, which usually tend to be a little more higher alcohol. This is a 6.3 ABV, so nothing's going to kill you. Should be light. Apparently this is honoring their friend and renowned Belgian brewer, Yvan the Great. So maybe it's Yvan or Yvan, I don't know, whatever you say in Belgium. But yeah, that's what it's for this guy. So apparently he's a well-known Belgian brewer. Who knows who he brews for? Probably somebody great. I'm going to try this one out. I think you had to. This is...
Yeah, we got the Swiss, we were at camp, so we got the Swiss Army knife.
With golf clubs.
With golf clubs.
I'll get you. See if
Cool.
I can do it. Be careful. Don't. Oh, God. I might just put the bobber in this one.
Then you can track it.
I could.
See if
get a bite.
Yeah, see if you're getting any bites.
Probably no bite from this one.
I don't know, this stuff might bite.
When Belgian beers attack. This isn't probably the best. He's got probably a better glass than me for Belgian styles, but I forgot to bring my glass over since we're filming not at my place. But Belgian, normally you're supposed to, certain beers are supposed to be served in different glasses if you want to do it right. I don't know how much a crazy difference it makes. I think for Belgians and for others it makes more of a difference than other styles. But the Belgians used to having this type of guy. What do you call it? Like a brandy glass or something?
Do it right out of the bottle.
Quaff it. And definitely has that Belgian yeast nose, which is unmistakable for anybody that's a beer fan. You smell that right away, and you're like, yeah, I know what that smell is. Like if you're, a blind taste test, you just sniff it and be like, yeah, it smells like a Belgian. Sometimes German yeast too is similar, but what do you think there, bro?
I think this is quite delicious.
Wow.
It's not overpowering in any way. Kind of like that first one we had from this set, where there's definitely enough to make it something interesting, but it's...
I'm noticing a real a tartness though. After the initial taste, you get like a kind of a tartness. I don't know if that's just the wheat or the maybe the wheat and the hops combining. You know what I mean? To not the wheat, the yeast.
Too, yeah. That's why you tend to see a lot of honey and things used.
Yeah.
Because
it's got a little like a tart after kick, which is good. It's not unpleasant. It's a nice little a little flavor kick, Yeah, this is good. This is right up there with some really good Belgians. It's more of a craftier version. This isn't like your typical Hogarden style Belgian, like one of those kind of deals. This is
seasonally, it feels very appropriate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a nice light, crisp offering. It's good. I like it. Again, for something that's not my favorite style, for me to enjoy it that much, that says a lot to me. But again, the more I drink, the more I'm getting appreciation for all these kind of beers. And once you kind of know what you're in for, I think you enjoy it a lot more. There's a lot of beers when I first started drinking. I don't know about you, but like IPAs for one was like kind of a big hurdle for us. I think originally, even though they're so prevalent and so everywhere. But once you kind of really start to embrace how they're made and embrace how they taste, after a while, you kind of look forward to all the different styles. Now there's not a whole lot of anything that I won't go near. I mean, this year we went on a crazy Radler kick, which who would have thought before? Like in the old days, I was like a real traditionalist as far as beer goes. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, this whole
not putting fruit in my beer. You're not mixing beer with lemonade. You're not mixing beer with grapefruit juice or whatever. But you know what? It's fun.
It is. It's. I've never had more fun just doing these tastings and trying all these different kinds of beer. And again, something like this beer camp collaboration, it just kind of like fits right in the groove of kind of what we've been doing on our own, branching out, and somebody to put something all together like this is. Yeah, it's really cool.
That's a good point. I think that's like the coolest thing about how this whole beer camp thing came out is like we're like at the culmination of like our beer loving. Like we joined Untapped, and because we just really want to start trying all these beers and more just for kind of just being able to have a record of all the different beers that you've had.
Right.
I mean, he's nipping at my heels now. We're both around 300 or something like that, and we just started this in October. So we're hoping to have like one beer a day almost. By October, we might be close to 365, which is kind of crazy to think about. Like, oh my God, one beer a day, that's nuts. And it's not really like a contest that way, but it's just it's really been fun to try all different kinds of stuff. And then we decided to kick off this whole beer tube thing, beer blog, if you will. And then this thing comes out, and it's like, God, it's like everything's just like, it's just really coming together awesomely. You know what I mean? It's just, the world of beer is really exciting, and it's just getting better and better. And we've been around for a while. We've seen a couple different craft beer booms, and some craft beers come and some go. And then, for a while, I thought it was really going to be here, and then it was kind of faded, and now it looks like it's here to stay. I mean, beer is kind of like,
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky to be in Pennsylvania, which has been really embracing the whole, we have Philadelphia Beer Week. It ends up being about a month when all's said and done. And you might be able to go a couple months, and that's it, as far as having some kind of craft beer event or tap takeovers at certain bars. There's always crazy things going on.
Yeah, there's always stuff going on. And for Pennsylvania, the only thing that sucks about our state is that the beer laws suck so bad. You can't ship to our state. You can't, the beer laws are really strict. They don't have beer like in every other store where you can go to the grocery store and get it. Not that they would have the greatest selection anyway. And we do have our specialty shops, but they're expensive. And for me to go online, I would love to go online and try some beers that I know I probably will never get a chance to get unless I go to some of these tastings. And you just can't get everything just because of the way the laws are. So in a way, that kind of really sucks. But hopefully maybe one day that'll change.
We're doing pretty good even with those handcuffs.
Yeah, and even the local beer stores that we have around here that used to just serve nothing but crap. I mean, some of the neighborhood ones that were just like, my Miller, my Bud, my whatever. Now they have a pretty hearty craft section. A lot more than they used to have, so that's a good thing too.
Yeah, and there's another, one of the things too is you see there's a whole other shelf of cider, lemonade, iced teas, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But hey, there's definitely more variety in all sorts of the alcohol beverage world. Spoiled with choices here.
Yeah. I guess did we say enough about this beer? I know we didn't talk a whole lot about it, but there's nothing really crazy remarkable about it. It's just a good Belgian blonde,
Right. It's definitely, I think the yeast takes the center stage, and
I don't want to do a disservice to the beer. I mean, it is a pretty good beer.
No.
But
I like how it says citrus-like profile. Like it's almost alluding to its.
Yeah, farmhouse. It is kind of farmhousey. I mean, it's yeah. It's definitely yeasty though. I mean, that's a yeast
a lot of times
thing,
you get a lot of lemon flavor in this.
Yeah.
I'm not getting that, or you'll get an orange kind of. I'm not really getting that, so I don't know exactly what citrus it may be, but it's citrus-like. I have to say it's citrus-like.
A little bitter on the back end. It's a little dry as far as if you're looking for like tasting notes. You know what I mean? That's I'm getting some of that too.
It is dry.
It's definitely a dry one. I mean, I'm feeling like I could be ready for like a glass of water after this one. It's the yeast though.
Yeah, I might do a shot or something.
It's the yeast, baby. It's the yeast. Probably Beer Fest fans. Anyway, one of my favorite movies. Why the heck would I not like it? Alright, well, I guess enough John booting around here.
Yeah, we gotta go catch some stripers or something.
Yeah, not with that bobber.
Yeah, maybe some smallmouth.
Smallmouth.
Something.
Yeah.
Alright, folks. Thanks for joining us again. We'll see you next time. Thanks for drinking.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.